What's going on, YouTube? It's the Green Shiz here. Hope everybody's doing good. Happy Thursday. CGC Trading Cards back at it again, putting up some news. I'm hoping PSA has some news here soon. They recently went to $50 per card, but they had been kind of doing that through lottery for a few months. So hoping to see a new lottery get introduced here in the next few months. That'll be pretty cool. But talking about CGC today, they recently announced major changes to shipping returns, prices, and let's just jump right into it. So, as you can see here, not everything changed, but there was the biggest change that I could see I will get into pretty heavily. And it was probably pretty obviously planned. And we'll get into it. So, right off the bat, bulk didn't change, still $15 a card, minimum 50 submission. Economy didn't change, still $25 a card. Standard didn't change, still $35 a card. The biggest changes were express walkthrough, unlimited walkthrough, and then subgrades. Subgrades are now $15 a card. That is the same cost of grading when you submit a bulk submission. Same exact cost. So you're literally doubling the price for one card. So you submit $50, or 50 cards. You submit 50 cards. You're spending $15 per card, and then if you want to add subgrades, you're doubling your price, which is a great way for people not to get subgrades. Their sister company, for those of you that don't know, I've mentioned it before, CSG, the sports grading company. I'll just show one of their slabs here so you know what I'm talking about. CSG. They completely eliminated subgrades in the last 3 months. That was one of their things they wanted to do. So they changed the label, eliminated subgrades, and they kind of changed their grading scale, but we're not getting into that at all. So eliminated subgrades, and CGC had already graded way more cards than CSG to kind of make that change. So what way can they do that without actually doing it? So leaving it as an option for people that kind of want to do it, but also eliminating it for the general populace, increasing the price to $15 to add subgrades. So as it's been mentioned, even in my podcast interview with Matt Quinn, subgrades does take a little bit longer to do. So it's, in their opinion, it's probably a little less ideal. It'd probably be way easier. Let's just pump these 10,000 cards out, however many they got sitting on his desk. We could pump these out a little bit quicker without subgrades. Let's just do it. So this, more than likely, the subgrades will now just be for like really personal collection items, and maybe some really high-end items. I don't see a lot of, myself included, I got the stack of cards that I'm getting ready to submit, and it's as you can see, just looking at the backs of them, we got a variety here. None of these are getting subgrades, even though these are some PC cards, because I'm not really selling Yu-Gi-Oh at all right now. I'm kind of just collecting it. So I don't know. It's I have like every card I have currently has subgrades except for like this last submission of 7 cards. But all these cards have subgrades. Wizard Stamp Pikachu. It's got subgrades. It just fills out the slab more for me, so that's why I always liked it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it yet, but basically I don't feel amazing that it's $15. It's basically eliminating it. Nobody that I know that is selling cards is going to be doing this. Like, you're not going to be paying $15 for subgrades, so it's a great way to eliminate it. Not too mad. I would rather just see everything without subgrades instead of a 50-50 blend. So I think CSG had mentioned going back to the sports grading company, they had mentioned 80% of their cards were being graded without subgrades, even though the subgrade fee wasn't that high. Um, so they're like, forget about it. Let's not even do it. So through the 400,000 cars they might have graded, 80% of them didn't even have subgrades because everybody there in the sports world was so accustomed to PSA and SGC. Beckett was there, but it's, I don't know, people just didn't really care about subgrades, more utilizing CSG to flip cards, it seems. And CGC was being used similarly, but subgrades were so cheap in the beginning. $2.50, I want to say, in the very, very beginning. So it was like $8 all in for a graded card with subgrades, and now you're looking at $30 with subgrades for a bulk submission. And the turnaround times have improved drastically. Wow. And it's also interesting to see the express price go up, the walkthrough price go up, because the turnaround times also have dropped. So as maybe just pushing more people to submit it as bulk. But obviously, if you have a $10,000 card, it's got to go through Express, or you could see a possible upcharge. I haven't really seen any upcharges myself from them. Probably should have seen a couple, but personally, have not seen them yet. But I know the unlimited walkthrough, as it states here, there's no max value per card. You're going to be spending $150 for the unlimited walkthrough plus a 1% of the fair market value of that card. So that is basically an upcharge kind of jotted in there. Really, really, really crazy. $15 subgrades. Goodbye, subgrades. I'm probably done with you. Unless I get that card, like I said, there's going to be, I don't know. I'm trying to think of which card I might submit at $30 bulk rate to get subgrades, and I'm struggling right now because I just suckered in and said, okay, I'm going to send these Kyogres in without subgrades because I was hoping to get better grades, and I kind of did. But I don't know, man. It's a crazy world we live in. I don't see subgrades going down ever because, like where we're at, subgrades will probably never decrease in price because they're basically making a statement. We don't really want to do this because their turnaround times are better. It's not like it's limiting their turnaround times. We could see the bulk rate drop, of course, the actual base price to grade cards, but the subgrades are a thing of probably really coming up close history for CGC. I don't know why. I guess might as well just pull the trigger and eliminate them, but I guess leaving it open, maybe there are those people that have 15 of the 16 needed cards for this set, and you make a cutting point where, okay, no more subgrades. That dude ain't getting that 16th card if there's like a pop one. So you're still leaving a chance out there for him. So I respect it, but let's just cut it out. I wouldn't be upset. Coming from me, who owns tons of subgrades, just eliminate it at this point. But I don't know. Other people will feel differently because there are those people that are collecting those subgrade sets and they want a chance to get them all, I'm sure. So let me know what you think. Are you going to be submitting anything for $30 with subgrades under a bulk submission? That's a lot of money for a bulk submission. So see how it goes. It's going to be a ride. Also, in their changes, they did make changes to their return shipping. Basically, it's locked in, I believe, at FedEx. So before, you used to have some options. I believe UPS was an option, but I know USPS was an option. Basically, a handful of different options. And now it's kind of just broken down into FedEx. And then also now you get coverage shipping back internationally with insurance, which is great. So FedEx is awesome. I think every time I did a return shipping from CGC for my graded cards, I chose FedEx anyways. FedEx Ground, because I just trust them way more than USPS with my graded cards. Submitting down there is whatever to me because they're not graded. I feel like there is some more inherent value after they've already been slabbed. It's technically a lot more money in the eyes of eBay and the buyers. So I like a little bit more protection. FedEx is awesome. That's a great selection. I'm glad it wasn't USPS, honestly. So Because you never know, man. Around Christmas time, they start losing their minds, and FedEx seems to be a little bit more composed. So great selection. Looking forward to that. Not like I said, not really much of a change for me because I've always picked FedEx, so I'm not really diving into it too much. But go check it out on their website. It's pretty interesting. All the different breakdowns, the prices, how much it costs to get your cards back. So have a good one. Hope this was some information to you. I thought it was pretty interesting and wanted to report on it a little bit. So you guys have a good one. I will talk to you later. Peace.